Mic's on. I think we're kosher. All right. What's going on, everybody? Mobius Y here. We're on Stellaris Console Edition. It's Tuesdays, so that means back to the Blorg game. Here we go. Blorg save game. I think I went back and watched a little bit of the stream from last week, or at least the very end of it, just to kind of remind myself where we were at and what the plan was. I'm going to open the Twitch app on my phone a little bit to follow along with chat. I'm just going to give it a few minutes first. What system is this? Oh, we're... is this the one? Yeah, this is the planet we're colonizing, I do believe. Right at the end of the previous stream, I queued up a colony ship right here on Pleon Science, as you can see. And I said it right this time. I said science, not silence. So we've got a colony ship on Pleon Science coming up to colonize Bistramar 3, which is beautiful. Let's see here. What do we got on Blorg? This is a science-focused world, which is fine. Okay. Buford Power. Should have the Citadel of Faith on here somewhere, shouldn't I? Or are we still researching that? Yeah, there it is. Research details. Empire unique. Right. Okay. Alright, let's open the Twitch app so I can get going on the chat following stuff. Alright, so we still got a pretty small amount of territory. Hopefully the G-Brew Corporation does not get too pissed off at us. I believe we're on pretty good terms with them. Yep, really good terms as a matter of fact. We have full trust with them. Mutual rivals. They're in the Federation that we're associated with. So yeah, everything's pretty good. We should not run into too much issue with colonizing right next to them. Yes, we'll get some border friction. Ooh. Yes, we'll get some border friction, but that's okay. We should be able to get by. Our fleet. Haven't done anything with our fleet in a bit because there isn't really anything to fight aside from the Ether Drake, which I think is still alive. We should probably knock that out. Maybe by the end of this episode, or the next one, if it's still there, of course. Yeah, the difficulty with that is we need a pretty strong fleet for that. Of course, it would help if we save up a good 5,000 or so energy credits, and we would use that to pay the curators to get a special damage bonus against the Ether Drake, which is always nice. Okay, so this science ship, we're gonna sacrifice a little bit of science generation for the next little bit here, because we're gonna move that science ship there. We're gonna move the second strike force there as well. Ooh, maybe not. Oh man, sorry, I just had a big sneeze and it actually hurt. Oh man. All right. One sec. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. So what's next on the to-do list, I wonder? Don't want to go too crazy with the building upgrades and whatnot, aside from the power plants, which we already have on Buford Power coming online. What building were we going to put here? Probably another power plant, right? That would be my guess. Actually, this would be a pretty good spot for the Ether Drake Shrine, so we could leave that tile clear so that we don't... yeah, but that might not happen for a very long time, so never mind.
Complete. Research complete.
Independence guaranteed. Okay, duly noted. Construction complete. We have our colony ship online. We can tell because we're now in the negative on energy. Let's go ahead and get... Oh man, this is tough. Let's get the mega cannon. That's only a 3-year project. That's not too bad. Particle lances are just about done. I'd love to be able to go around building more orbital stations around all these little bits in our territory that are giving +2 minerals, +2 science and all that. But we just don't have the economy right now. Not until we get another energy planet online, I don't think. Oh, boy. Whew, tough picks here. I'm thinking Tachyon Lance. That's going to take a while, though. Oh, man. Okay, let's go ahead and check out our edicts. We're going to activate physics research grants. Oh, you know what? I should have Map the Stars active as well. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Map the Stars is a really nice edict. It increases the survey speed of your science ships by +25%, and the anomaly discovery chance goes up by another +10% as well. So we've got our science ships should be equipped with the Curator Archaeology Lab. So we've got another +5% anomaly discovery chance for +15%. And then, of course, in the Discovery Traditions, we have the To Boldly Go tradition, which is very often the first one that I pick in almost every playthrough. And this increases anomaly discovery chance by another +15%. Couple that with maybe one of our scientists has Meticulous. They don't, but with a scientist with Meticulous, that increases their anomaly discovery chance by another +10%. So you get a total of +40% anomaly discovery chance, which is pretty awesome. Anomalies are a fantastic source for stuff. Bonus resources, often, you know, science-based resources. They can really help you get ahead, but sometimes they're also good for other things too. Like you can discover little things that just give you a small influx of some minerals or some influence or whatever. I think anomalies are just fantastic. They really should be taken advantage of more often. Oh, this is a nice planet. 2 Betharian stone for only 14 tiles. That's not bad. This might be worth putting a frontier outpost down and prepare to uplift this species. We're going to do that with these guys over here. This is a really crappy frontier outpost because it's going to hardly get any territory.
System survey.
There's 11 in here, but it's just the one worth 5. You know what? Why don't we build the frontier outpost right there? Hopefully we can get that constructed before the other empire's borders extend around it. Should have really done that before, now that I think about it. But that's okay. What's in this black hole system? Oh, that's the dimensional horror. Okay. So we got 2 Leviathans that we could deal with. Very interesting. Now, let's see. Is there a way... Yeah, we do have a few edicts active right now. Once we disable physics research grants, though, that'll be all right. Okay. I think we're all right. Researching prosperity, probably to get the energy nexus to generate a little additional unity. Don't know how our unity production is at 250 per month. I wager that's fairly decent. Got the careful trait. Glory Seeker. Okay. We have pretty decent scientists leading our research projects too, so that's not so bad. Maybe get a new one with the psychic trait, because I don't think any of these guys do. Or do they?
Incoming
yeah, they don't. Interesting. Incoming transmission. You want us to give you minerals for a research agreement? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Screw you.
Colonization in progress.
Here we go. So we've got Bistramar Power being colonized. Very good. They have a lot of society research that we don't have. Wow. They're really far ahead. That explains why they wanted minerals from us. Okay. Let's sign a 10-year research, a 10-year research agreement. Can we give them star charts? No. Can we give them an active sensor link? No. Well, that it helps a little bit. What about food? This probably won't do anything. No, didn't think so. All right, so let's do a little bit of minerals. Don't need much. There. We'll try that. 10-year research agreement could actually help us out. Has decided to accept your proposal. Very good. Okay, thank you. I like that. All right, Muford Power has finished its big-ass construction queue, so we've got a lot of Power Plant 3s online now. We're going to go ahead and start upgrading to Power Plant 4s. Which buildings do we want to start with? We'll start with the ones that are generating 9. This one, this one, this one. Okay, and I think that's it, so we'll just carry on with the rest. Still got a pop growing on the Ministry of Benevolence even. Interesting. Okay. Bistramar Power, excuse me. How much, Oh, it shouldn't be nearly as much now to build a frontier outpost over here.
Research complete.
Construction ship. No, you're still constructing something, so screw you. This guy should only be a wee little bit now. There we go. Metacognitive faith. Very good. Okay. We don't have any robots or slaves, so we'll leave that. Let's do galactic bureaucracy. That's a pretty quick one. We probably have... maybe not. I thought we would have a bonus with this one. Because of the research agreement, but I guess I'm wrong. Stranger things have happened.
System survey complete.
Alright, let's see now. Metacognitive faith, that allows me to upgrade to the Citadel of Faith on Muford Power. I kind of want to get that first, so... Great, now I'm going to have to go back and cancel all these power plants. Nah, you know what? The energy is actually more important right now. The Unity would be nice to have active earlier, but we're about to get our next tradition in just a few months anyways. So that'll be fine. Hopefully by the time we finish this tradition, we'll have had Mega Engineering pop so that we can get Galactic Wonders. And the Circle of Life would also be quite nice. But that would require getting Voidborn as well, so that would be 2 more Ascension perks, and I'm not too keen on that. Alright, Bistramar Power, we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, we were doing energies, so let's... where should we put the monument? Let's put the monument down here. Boop. Stick you on that. That's fine. And then... What else? Oh, the Temple. Peace Offer. Alari Star Technocracy and Star Realm of Cinematus Primus. Let's take a look at what happened over there. Because they were at each other's throats. We'll put the temple on this tile. Boop. There we go. Move this guy down there. Okay, let's... Okay, there's our tradition. Okay, now we can get the private colony ship, which is kind of nice. Good if you're undergoing sudden rapid expansion. And you... you want some of the initial pops to... not have the governing ethics of your entire empire. They're really good for that. I've used it several times for doing that, actually. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and build this one mining station here. And what about these primitives? How far along are they? Iron Age. Oh, that's perfect. So they're not too far along. Let's go ahead and build an observation post here. Now this guy is building another frontier outpost down here. Ooh, excuse me. Great, now I have the hiccups. I don't know about... We could get that Pitheran dust. That wouldn't be so bad, but we got 3 energy coming from here too.
Incoming transmission.
Sure, we'll agree to a migration treaty with these guys. So it looks like a bunch of planets were... Huh, okay. Association to the Cinematus Syndicate. So clearly, one of the planets in this system was liberated, I do believe. Oh, no. Okay, maybe not. Ceded to these other guys. Where is the Cinematus Syndicate? Oh, they're over here. Okay. So the star realm of Cinematus Prime has actually been chopped down quite a bit because we've got several worlds over here that were liberated. We've got a lot more worlds that were ceded, possibly to the Kundun Republic, but I think more to the Mandate of Tebaris. Very interesting. These folks really do not get along very well. Okay, our energy's gone up a decent amount by now, which is nice to see. Perhaps we can actually move our strike force now. Boop. Yeah, we sure can. Okay, so we're going to take the science ship from Pleione, move it over here just to be ready to... Oh, wait, what? We'll just have it survey this system. The Sol system is down here. Oh, neat. Well, you know what I forgot to do is get Bistromar Power's spaceport under construction. There we go.
System survey complete.
Bistromar Power construction complete. Okay. The other thing we need to do is consecrate this world, but that's a lot of influence. Oh boy. Wonder. Probably could have reformed our government when we redid. Well, because I took corporate dominion, so I need an oligarchy for that.
Construction complete.
See, if we did that, we'd have to remove corporate dominion and change it to something else. Parliamentary system, because we would get more influence, but we could also get the mandates.
Construction complete.
We don't even have, but we don't even have the influence for that, though. All right, that's fine. Okay, you can return. And this bad boy, technological enlightenment, please. Galactic bureaucracy. Now, what do we get? Let's do hostile environment adaptation. Why not? This other construction ship. First things first. Go ahead and do the observation post. Then build that research station, and then build this mining station. In that order, please. Once you're done with that, you are going to go over to these other places, build this mining station, build that research station, and then do we have... Oh, wow, we got options here. Build the mining stations in there, plus the research station, and then in here... Oh, man. Mining station, and mining station, please. So, not getting huge gains from this, but not too bad. Hopefully the Ferranus black hole will wind up being a source of dark matter. That would be extremely useful for us. Build that mining station now. Kind of force these guys territory to bugger off a little bit with that frontier
System
outpost right next to
survey
them,
complete.
which is fine. So we'll get this science ship to survey here and then
System
fly over to
survey
Sol and survey there as well. I can't believe I didn't notice that the Sol system is right there. I mean, I flew a Corvette into it, I think, while scouting, but huh. What will we find? Will we find primitive humans? Will we find just about spacefaring humans? Or will we find an irradiated world with nothing but cockroaches? So I'm hoping a few more people jump into this stream. It'd be kind of nice. Snap, Crackle, Glock, good to see you, buddy. I know you're playing No Man's Sky right now. That is a awesome game. What? No. Unity. Give me Unity. Mortanus, I don't think I've seen you before. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, I'm hoping more people drop in. If anybody has a question that they'd like me to answer this evening, that'd be great, as I don't necessarily have a topic that I wanted to cover. I usually try to babble on about something that I think could be helpful to people. You know, just briefly cover a very certain topic of something and talk about it super quick. Largely for those that watch this stuff on YouTube, so that, you know, it's not just watching me play the game, but it's also, learned a little tidbit of information that had literally nothing to do with the gameplay going on in the background, but was still
System
useful to know.
survey complete.
I do try to do that. Okay, is the spaceport done?
System
Yes, it
survey
is.
complete.
Alright, so we're going to start off by getting a solar panel network, and then... But we don't want a colony ship. Did I queue up a colony ship? I queued up 2 colony ships. Whoops. What modules do we have anyways? We have an orbital hydroponics farm. Alright. Oh, wow.
Construction complete.
Oh, okay. It's because there's a lot of asteroids. I thought there was like 1 or 2 asteroids that had like 4 minerals or something. That would have been pretty neat. Okay, we also need to look for other planets to expand to, because we could get more systems under our control, and I'll need another planet for minerals. Definitely need another planet for minerals. Mega cannon. Done. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's get Aurelium mining, just to get that out of the way. That'll be a quick one. And we're almost done with Tachyon Lances. Only a couple of years left for that, and then we'll be able to disable that pesky physics research grants, which is slowing down the research progress of the other 2 fields right now. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. Let's see, what's this construction ship? Oh, you're not doing nothing, so you can return. What's this construction ship doing? You are building in here, aren't you? No, you're not. Oh, crazy. Build those mining stations there, please. Those are decent mining stations. 3 mining stations of 3 minerals each. I'll take it. What's this? This is a 12-tile ocean world. Don't care. Build a mining station.
System
Can I build
survey
anything
complete.
here? Nope. Anything in here we can use? Ooh, is that a terraforming candidate? I think Rasnum 1 is a terraforming candidate. Let's take a look. No planet modifiers. And it's not that big of a planet, so... We don't even have climate restoration. Wow.
System
We are
survey
behind on
complete.
technology, it feels like. Oh well. Wow, there's a lot of minerals in this system. 16 minerals. Ooh, Mira 4. With 6 minerals. Neat. What about the Sol system? Sol 3. It's a tomb
Research
world.
complete.
Beryllium mining done. Okay, very good, very nice. Let's move on to Ripper Cannons, because then we'll get the Stormfire autocannons, which is a Tier 4 technology. Yep. They done gone nuked themselves into oblivion. Hostile environment adaptation, okay. Targeted gene expressions. That's not a bad one. I think that's what we'll pick. Yeah, let's do that.
Transmission.
What do you want? Blorg people, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure, whatever. Originally, I wasn't the biggest fan of No Man's Sky, but after everything they've added, there is a whole lot more to do. No, that's exactly how I feel about it now too. I mean, I liked it when it first came out. I think I might have mentioned this before, so you may have heard this, but I've definitely said this on stream before. I liked the original, like how No Man's Sky was when it first came out. I still kind of liked it. My problem was that I got stuck at a certain point. I screwed up in the progression and was stuck in the same stupid planetary system because I didn't have the recipe to create warp cells. And I didn't really just want to start a new game because on this old save file I had like 80 hours into it, right? So I was kind of miffed. Let's see. Star Realm Non-Aggression Pact. Oh, what? What are they doing? Gebrew Corporation. Star charts? No. We're going to give those to you for free. How's that, buddy? Trade deal, information, star charts. What are you going to give me in return for it? Oh, nothing. Okay, never mind. Maybe you would like to form a research agreement, hmm? Not really? Are there any technologies they even have? Oh, there's a few. Okay. Oh, well, let's spice it up a little bit then. Just give them a little bit of minerals. We don't need many. Hey, look at that. 44 minerals, and that's it. I'll give that up. There you go. Has decided to accept it. Very good. I'm not so sure if it's as much that there's so much more to do now, which, don't get me wrong, there is. But they actually added a bunch of mechanics to make the gameplay interesting, as opposed to just go blast your laser, harvest resources, go blast your laser to harvest resources to refill your laser, go blast your laser to harvest resources, etc., etc., etc. That got tedious pretty quickly. For me, even. And I don't mind tedium. But they got it now where you got to throw stuff in a refiner. You could put stuff in... You could put stuff in hydroponics farms. You can craft all sorts of crap with, you know, all sorts of interesting things. You know, fuel for your frigates to send them off on expeditions. You know, fuel for your capital ships so that you can hyperjump it into different systems, etc., etc., etc. Like, it's just a huge list of additional mechanics that they added. Not so sure it's as much that there's more stuff to do. I guess that's not entirely incorrect because you know, you have the very extensive underwater biomes now. So I'm not sorry. It sounds like I'm like trying to disagree with you, but I don't, not one bit. I do agree that there kind of is more to do, but a lot of the core mechanics are still, you know, the same crap. Harvest minerals, craft stuff, stockpile stuff, you know, possibly trade it, blah blah blah. But yeah, I totally agree. That team has done such a fantastic job. I've said this before. I think No Man's Sky is like the gaming comeback story of the decade, hands down. Because everybody was just all over it, and it was, you know, everybody was quick to just bash the shit out of it. And don't get me wrong, it was very easy to, but you know, with all these updates and whatnot, now it's getting nothing but awards for how good of a game it is now, how fun it is, how it evokes that kind of that sense of discovery and wonder that a lot of gamers are always chasing, and when they're playing those kind of open, you know, I don't want to say open world, but like open choice, where it's essentially, you know, the story of the game is the story you make for yourself, and that kind of deal. And they've just done such a fantastic job with it. And I don't play it enough. I wish I had more time to play more of my games more, but I really just don't. Especially when I'm in, when I'm in, like when I really have the creative juices flowing, like I have been lately. I finally just buckled down in about a week ago. A little, was it a week ago?
Construction
not quite. A little less than a week ago. But before last weekend, I got the creative juices flowing, and I actually started writing some scripts for some pre-recorded Stellaris console videos, stuff that had been floating in my brain for quite some time, and I've just been procrastinating on them for, I want to say, a good like 4 or 5 months now. Because excuse me, because I'm stupid and lazy. So let's get predictive algorithms, shall we? No, on second thought, let's get neutron torpedoes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we'll deactivate the edict in just a second here. What do we got? Kinetic artillery? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, edict physics research grants. Disable. This will help with our influence production every month. Not too bad. Yeah, we still got a little while before... Oh, we got another tradition already. Perfect. The pursuit of profit. The energy grid and energy nexus now will produce a little bit of unity. Holy crap, we have a lot of pops here. Gonna upgrade to the planetary administration before anything else. Let's shuffle some pops around. Damn. Where'd all these guys come from? They must have migrated. So I don't think we have any science labs on any of these other worlds. You know, this mining world, it just has mines. Okay, so that's fine. Same thing with Mutford Power, I hope. Aside from the Empire unique buildings. Yeah, Empire unique. Okay, so we're good. Hey Tex, how's it going, buddy? Okay, spaceport here's done, so we're just going to slap on another orbital hydroponics farm. Do we have enough to consecrate this world? I don't think so. That's right, it was 270. So about another 5 months and we should be able to consecrate this world. That'll be sweet. Increase the unity production. Increase the growth speed. Consecrated worlds is just such a good ascension perk. Still boggles my mind how many people aren't aware of it. We have a lot of tiles that need clearing. Oh, hey. Thank you. I think that's the second time they've given us stuff, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, the Hadedashi Forerunners, I'm pretty sure in a previous... Actually, in the previous chapter, during the previous stream, the Hadedashi Forerunners gave us some resources then as well. Let's see, how much do they like us? Well, they like us a fair bit. Partially because we're xenophiles. That definitely helps.
Construction complete.
Alright, cool. Bistramar Power. Still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these spare modules. Obviously going to want some assembly yards, an engineering bay, and a fleet academy in a bunch of them. I just don't know which kind of assembly yards. We don't have cruiser assembly yards, amazingly. I've been bypassing that. But it has shown up as a research option. Let's go ahead and... What is our fleet right now? We have 3 battleships, 6 cruisers, and 8 destroyers. I'm going to queue up... what's our destroyer setup? We should have some point defense. And we do. Okay, good.
Construction complete.
Alright, so I'll queue up... I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more destroyers. How many cruisers did we have? 6, so let's just do 2. And then I'll wait a few months and we'll just get 1 more battleship. Okay, Bistramar Power is done. We need the heritage site. And this requires a planetary capital? Really? Okay. What else can we build? We needed the energy grid. Can we do an art monument? No, we cannot. Alright, need a tile. Oh, I think I already filled up the tiles that have just food. Oops. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so this tile, we'll put the energy grid here next to the planetary capital. We need the Paradise Dome to go down somewhere as well to help with happiness and unity. Are we putting Paradise Domes down on everything? The food worlds obviously do. There's a Paradise Dome. Yep, okay, there's a Paradise Dome there. Blorg has a Paradise Dome. Borchi Foods. There's the Paradise Dome. Okay, so we are. Totally are. How are we doing on Muford Power? Are we getting those final power plants fully upgraded? Yeah, it looks like we are. I don't think this planet has a Paradise Dome. Does it? It does somewhere. I just can't quite see it. Oh, here it is. My cursor was practically right next to it. Duh. Alright. So Bistramar Power. Energy Nexus first. Let's put the Paradise Dome... Oh, geez. We just had another pop up. We'll put that Paradise Dome there. What do we got? Blorg is short a pop on a science lab. That's fine. I can live with that. Hopefully it regrows soon. Now, this guy's migrating. Not that I want you to anymore. Alright. So... what was the other Empire unique building I needed to slap down on Muford Power? I can't even remember anymore. Not Psi Core. I don't care about the Psi Core. That just reduces unrest throughout the Empire. Like, that's all it does. And we're not too worried about that. Maybe I'll just put down another power plant. Yeah, screw it. That's another power plant 5 that we can get down. That's another base 8 energy. Okay, so Paradise Dome coming up. We need to clear some tiles. We're gonna move this guy from Bashpat Mining over to here, and actually, maybe we can recruit a new governor. Environmental engineer. There you are. Yeah, we'll recruit this guy, and he will be on the planet. He will be governing the planet temporarily. Yoink. And then, before I forget, we can also consecrate the world now. Doink. Ooh, 255. Alright, so we lowered the influence cost of that somehow. I'm sure I'll figure it out how in just a minute. Clear these tiles that already have a little bit of energy on them first, and then we'll clear that empty one, and then we'll just start going through some of these. And oh, you know what we don't have is a frontier clinic. I just realized that, and I feel kind of dumb for not realizing that sooner. Well, we'll put the frontier clinic down on this tile with the 2 society research already on it. That's not so bad. Okay. Things are going crazy. I can't believe how many pops we already have on this planet. Okay, how are we doing on influence? 4.6 each month. Not too bad. Alright, you can return now. Do we have... we should have that observation post down here, so let's go ahead and take a peek again. Where are these guys at? These guys are in the Bronze Age. Okay, so it'll take a while to technologically enlighten them, but let's do it. Our energy levels are much better now. Whereas they were +7 with our docked fleet before, now it's +43, so things are looking good. 0.3 per month, yeah, that's not very good. Okay.
System survey complete.
And then these guys are 0.2 per month. Yeah, it's going to be a while before either of those become spacefaring civilizations, before they become our protectorates. One more month and then I'll get another battleship queued up. We're short 10 minerals. There we go. Alright, now let's check our contacts. Do we have both Patron of the Arts? No, we don't. Why are we no longer a patron? What kind of drugs am I on that we are no longer a patron? What? Moby, you dumb. You done gone fucked up. Alright. It's probably because... Whoop. 2,000 energy. It's a deal. We wish to commission an art piece. We don't have any more. Okay, good. So we have all the art pieces we can get from the artisan troupe. That's good. It was 2,000 energy to become a patron. And it's 2,000 to get assistance from the curators. Okay. So that's fine. I totally forgot to send this science ship back. Back to Pleione Science for you. Please and thank you. Speaking of Pleione Science, I believe we can construct a few more science labs and upgrade these ones that are not yet upgraded. What do we got here? Migration Treaty Proposal. Okay. I do believe I was just doing, what, 6 of each type of science lab? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 physics labs. Need 2 more of those and 2 more bio labs. Engineering. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's going to be an engineering facility. 6. And then our bio labs. Maybe I don't. We'll do basic science labs here. We'll make those physics labs. Then we'll do another bio lab here and another bio lab here. And that'll be it. Get those fully upgraded. All right, what do we got? This guy is leveled up. Beautiful. Just need to leave him in control of that planet for the time being until all those tiles get cleared. Still don't think it was the best idea clearing all those tiles before plopping down the frontier clinic. But whatever. Nobody accused me of being smart. Alright, let's take a look at the expansion planner again. Really need to find a decent sized world. Minimum habitability. Let's make it 60%. Okay, 25 tiles. Nope, can't do that one. What about this one? Nope, can't do that one. Nope, can't do that one. I'm pretty sure we went through this last time. Yep, don't really have any very good options here. Spaceport of Bistromar Power, beautiful. Due to their advances in technology, Vitricious warrior clans is now a vassal under the Blorg commonality. Very good, very nice. Alright, let's see, Nimmoland, 22 tiles. Nope, that's in their territory. So is this one. 21 tiles. Ooh, that's not so bad. 21 tiles are way down here. What's it right next to? Isn't really anything else. Not really. Neutron torpedoes, very good. What? Shoo. Whew. Advanced shields and shield capacitors. We'd get the bonuses for those. Let's get synchronized defenses, though, because that's a very, very short, very quick research project. We probably will not get the advanced shields and shield capacitors again due to their weight being significantly lowered. Okay, upgrade this. Physics lab. Oh, you know what? Let's plop you on there. Cancel that. Redo it. Physics lab. Less minerals that way. Our minerals have actually gone up quite a bit too. We're up to 150 a month. I don't think that's that great at the 100-odd year mark, but it's okay. There's really no set amount that determines, you know, that you're generating a good amount of minerals at a certain time. Or, well, I worded that completely wrong. I see it spread around too much where it's like, by this year you should be generating this many minerals, and it's like, I don't necessarily agree with that. It depends. Like, there's no set time where it's like you should at least have this many minerals or this much energy and this much science and all that crap by this time. Like, a lot of that largely depends on how you're playing, especially in the early stages, and it does carry over to the middle stages of the game too. Like, if you're playing really tall, if you're playing like one planet tall, by this point in time you're probably still only getting like 40, 50 minerals, unless you've already done the one planet strategy and it's gotten to the point where you can now rapidly expand and colonize and all that good stuff. And until that happens, you're not going to be generating very much in the way of minerals, at least not for a little while. So, I don't know. I'm just babbling. What do I know? I'm just a dumb white kid. Hey, I just realized... Oh, no, there it is. I almost went, hey, there's no Paradise Dome on this world. What the hell? Alright. Independence Guarantee. Interesting. Honestly, it looks like most everybody is getting along, except for the Star Realm of Cinematus Prime, for whatever reason. We're friends with them, but everybody else dislikes them. Excuse me. And the autocracy of Polisi. Nobody likes those guys because, well, they suck.
Research complete.
Alright, what do we got now? Ecological adaptation, beautiful. Another thing for additional habitability. Okay. Let's do combat training. Let's just get that out of there. What do we got? Muford Power. This power plant no longer has a pop. That is fine. I'd rather not have a pop on this power plant that I'm still upgrading, rather than not have a pop on one of these buildings generating Unity. Or, heaven forbid, the Galactic Stock Exchange. Because that would be awful. We are getting a lot of Unity on this planet. Alright, so we got our next tradition already. Prosperity, ship and building cost reduced by 15%. That's very good. And it's only 45 months for our next tradition. So yeah, we're going to get these last little batches of traditions pretty quickly.
Construction complete.
Alright, I'm going to upgrade this engineering facility to grade 3 first.
Construction complete.
There we go. And now, let's move on and start doing the physics labs. I'm not going to enact infrastructure projects because I don't really think it's that important right now. Okay.
Tile blocker cleared.
Oh, I totally forgot to do the automated dreadnoughts in here too. Damn. That'd be nice to grab. From our power. Okay, where's the Frontier Clinic? The Frontier Clinic, excuse me. Frontier Clinic. Talking is hard. Okay, cool. What we got? You want star charts? How about I just give you star charts, Mr. Kundan Republic? Oh, you're way up here, duh. Offer trade deal. Here you go. Maybe we can form a research agreement, too. Why not? Why don't you want to form a research agreement? What the fuck? Let's spice things up a little bit. We'll give them a few minerals. Oh, they want a lot. Maybe we'd be better off giving them energy? Nope. They don't give a damn about energy. What about food? Nope, they don't give a damn about food either. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. We can spare this many minerals. We have more than enough. Alright, confirm. There we go. Ooh, we can join the Federation. Nice. going to save that for later.
Research
Very well. They have decided to accept it. Very good. I'll take it. Plasma throwers. Done. Let's get... Let's get hyperspace slipstreams. I'd really like to get some jump drives. No! Why? There we go. Better. If you're going to migrate off of a building, don't migrate off of the Paradise Dome, you dingaling.
Research complete.
Alright, research complete. Combat training. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's get artificial moral codes.
System survey.
That's a fairly quick one. 15 months. Not too bad. Really need those physics labs to get upgraded here on Pleon's science, because our physics output apparently is just not that good compared to our other trees. Well, it's not... I mean, it's not like we're generating much less than society research, but our engineering research is just quite a bit higher. Well, the amount of output that it's generating, I should say. Okay, so let's take a look-see here. Which pop are we going to want to move onto the Frontier Clinic? How quickly are these guys growing anyways? 1.71 per month. Oof, that's pretty good. This is probably Muford Power, isn't it? Need to upgrade that power plant one more time. There we go. One and done. Ooh, where is this? Oh, way over here.
Construction complete.
21 tile tropical world. Not bad. Ooh, a 21 tile and a 23 tile world in one system. That's... I like the look of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and move this guy here. This guy can go down here because that's energy. This guy can go here because adjacency bonus. And now we can upgrade to a planetary capital, which will allow us to get the Hypercomms Forum, the Hollow Temple, and the Frontier Hospital, and the Energy Nexus. And this is all before we built a single power plant on Bistramar Power. Kind of silly.
System survey complete.
Sorry about that. Had to wipe my nose. Is this the 21 tile world? Yes, it is. Okay. That's fine. What's the habitability on the 23 tile world? Not bad. What's the planet modifier? Ooh, plus 10% minerals? That's perfect. This will be... I mean, it's not as good as other mineral modifiers, like good quality minerals for plus 25%, but that's still pretty good. Plus 10%. I'll take it. Better than 0. Let's do nuclear missiles. Oh, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait. You know what? Let's get improved strike craft. We need to get these higher tier technologies done, as opposed to increase the odds of a lower tier technology popping up. See, if we do the missiles and whatnot, that increases the light. That also unlocks torpedoes, which may show up and may take up another potential research alternative slot when I want to get stuff that is higher tier, so that we can unlock the necessary amount for mega engineering to show up. Let's see, can we get another governor? Oh, we totally can. None of them have architectural interest, though. That sucks. Oh, excuse me. I was really sleepy not long before starting tonight's stream. It's been a long week. Megaxa, how's it going? Thanks for coming by the stream tonight. Alright, just gotta wait for this next physics lab to finish up. How we doing on Bistramar Power? We got a ways to go. Precursor discovery. Ooh, finally. Derbitor 3. Where is that? Alright, so this is the science ship in question. Research that anomaly, please. We just took a hit in science generation. That's okay. It's worth it. Okay, you don't need to be hanging out over there anymore, so go ahead and jump back over here. Alright, what do we got? Artificial moral code, very good. Let's get synthetic thought patterns. Reduced edict costs. That's always nice. This will help with our influence generation, as I do believe it will reduce the cost of these empire-wide edicts as well as the cost of the planetary edicts, which is always nice. Okay, so how long ago did we get Consecrate Worlds? Oh, it was our third pick. Yeah, we still got a ways before. I think we still got a ways before the Consecrated World thing wears off. I really wish these edicts would show how much time they have left before they run out.
Construction complete.
That's on my wish list. I was thinking about making a video about
System
that.
survey complete.
So those of you who are in the Discord channel or follow me on Twitter, you might have noticed this, but I was bitching hard. This is in relation to my comment about video making. I was bitching hard about my video editing software. I've been using it since I started making these goofy little videos.
Construction complete.
February 2000, well, early 2014, when I was initially doing them for World of Tanks console, because I was like, you know, almost nobody's doing videos on this game, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a very tough game to get into. I think I could be very good at you know, helping people learn and get better at it. So I started doing that. So I got a capture card. It's a Roxio Game Cap HD Pro. A decent little piece of hardware. I have no complaints about the capture card. I have a lot of complaints about the bloody video editing software that it came with. It's called Roxio Video Wave, and I cannot fucking stand it. This is why once I started, you know, once they came up with the Twitch app on the Xbox and made it actually like pretty decent to use. Voltom Colony, ooh, beautiful. Let's get Corps of Engineers. 18 months for that, not too bad. This guy can research that project. We should be able to find the Voltom homeworld off that. But like way back when I started doing videos, the first several videos that I did were some montages and one. I did some for not only World of Tanks console, but also for Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which I was still playing a little bit at that time. I kind of stopped playing not long after that, really, but I was still playing it in early 2014. I really miss that game. I miss a lot of the friends that I was playing with every day on that game. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Those videos were a pain in the ass to make. Some of the shortest videos I've ever done, but some of the biggest pain in the asses I've ever made, because Roxio Video Wave has a habit of crashing for like no goddamn reason, just because there's too much stuff going on. Because the program itself can't handle itself. When you have, and it slows down too. That's the other aggravating thing. When you have a lot of stuff in the editing production, like the main screen of Roxio Video Wave, if you have a lot of like little clips put together and stuff like that, little clips from, you know, what's it called, from video that you have recorded, from like recorded video and stuff, it starts to slow down. Everything you do, from going into trimming something to adjusting the audio of something to adding a new clip that you're going to trim down and all that jazz, it slows right the hell down. So it's like you go to your media selection and you click on the longer, you know, 15-second little tidbit that you recorded or something, and you drag and drop it into the production timeline or some crap. You know, it takes like 2-3 minutes just to load that in there if you've got a whole bunch of crap going on. But like earlier on, when you're first contacting your science ship, Baltamar, where is it? But if you're doing it, you know, early in your production, Ganvius Civilization Encountered, interesting name. Like I was saying, if you do it like really early, if it's like your first couple sets of clips, it doesn't behave like that at all. You know, you have no problem. Like you click what you need, drag it into the production thing, and plop it down, and it's like boom, it's there. It takes like mere seconds. Whereas, you know, once you've got like, you know, 3 minutes into your montage and you have you know, a whole bunch of little clips by that point, it takes, you know, minutes just to do any one thing, and it is so frustrating. And the problems that I was having earlier. What should we get? Oh man.
System survey complete.
I don't care about the satramine. Oh geez. Let's get X-ray lasers. Because pew pew my lasers. Boy. Anyways, and the problem that I was having is, I've actually got a few videos, like done and ready to upload and make public. Spoiler alert. So there'll be some stuff that you'll probably be seeing in the first week of February there. I'm not going to say what they are or anything, but I will point out that they're not necessarily for veteran Stellaris players. At least they're not starting out to be for veteran Stellaris players. And the problem that I was having is on the first 2 videos that I did, I had just in a couple bits, I had little clips where it would pan and zoom in on a specific point, you know, because it's like I want people's eye to be drawn to that section of the screen, and like, you know, it zooms in really far and whatnot. And I did that a few times in like the 2 videos before it, and then in this 3rd video, I was trying to do the same damn thing where I'm trying to get it to pan and zoom in on specific points, and I got it to do the first pan and zoom on a clip. No problem. But the second time I did it, and it was just because of this little portion of the entire video that I recorded, like I had like 10 minutes of recorded footage to work with to make this little video. It was just because of it was because I was trying to edit the particular portion of that video with a pan and zoom, and every time I tried to manipulate it in any way, the fucking program crashed, and it happened to me like 8 times in a row. I thought it was just because my computer's RAM was like going off the charts, or because I'd had the program open too long and had been editing with it for too long. So I rebooted the program like twice. I restarted my computer once. None of that did nothing. It still crashed, and I was getting absolutely fucking livid. Pardon my French. Okay, so this is what we wanted. We didn't want like fusion missiles and space torpedoes showing up. Oh my god! We just got 9,999 unity and 350 points in each branch of science for finding the Voltom homeworld. The shattered remnants of the Voltom homeworld reveal that it underwent a massive extinction event 12 million years ago, caused by the detonation of some kind of antimatter device. From the ruins that remain on the planet's surface, we have learned that Voltom society experienced a radical ideological shift a century before their extinction. Hang on. Excuse me. Their new philosophy posited that the entire universe was an artificial reality which all sentient beings had been unwittingly plugged into for the amusement of some higher power. The Voltom undertook increasingly radical attempts to forcefully disconnect themselves from this simulation, most of which involved mass suicide. They finally concluded that only the simultaneous disconnection of billions of individuals would destabilize the system enough to grant them freedom. At an agreed-upon hour, Voltom everywhere killed themselves by any means available. Those who refused to take part in this mass suicide were too few to repopulate the species, and so the Voltom faded into obscurity and eventual extinction. Honestly, the Voltom are like the saddest precursor story. Never mind that the Cybrex is the coolest, and the fact that they got wiped out with offering no resistance and all that jazz, and the Ute get beaten down by a much younger spacefaring civilization, but because that civilization had FTL, they beat the crap out of the Ute super easily. What was the other one? I can't remember the name of the other one. It's the guys who were like, they had an empire throughout the galaxy, and then these people made this virus to combat them and stuff. Like, they're all pretty crappy stories because, I mean, it's how they all got wiped out and all that. But I honestly believe that the Voltom is the saddest one because it's an entire civilization that's like, man, we're all plugged into the Matrix. We need to get out of it. So everybody just kill themselves. And they do that. It's not that somebody else came and wiped them out. It's that everybody friggin' killed themselves. It's an interesting story. I think some of the story writing in Stellaris is really good, and that's part of the reason why it's so intriguing. Fascinating. All right, let's get advanced strike craft. Sorry about going off on a tangent there. What do we got? Bistramar Power is done its construction queue. All right, we need some power plants, and we need to pick our next tradition. Let's put this guy here because he'll get an adjacency bonus. So we'll start with some... hang on. No. Do we have the right leader for the right job? I don't know. Tough to say. Yeah. Let's screw it. Let's leave it. Okay. Power plant 151 minerals. That's pretty cheap. All right. So let's build one there. We'll build one here as well. Power plant 1. Actually, you know what? I should totally do infrastructure projects. There we go. Only 105 influence now. Okay, good. Alright, so now we have 36 minerals per power plant 1. Super cheap. And they build in 91 days, so that's only 3 months. Okay, power plant 1. And power plant 1 here. I agree on the storylines. Yes, they're pretty cool. How's it going, Jabez the Bold? Good to see you again, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, like honestly, all 3 of the precursor storylines are quite good if you actually, you know, if people actually take the time to read them. They're pretty well written. But yeah, I do believe that the Voltom one is hands down the saddest. Alright, so we'll get that to a Biolab 1, and then we'll be able to upgrade all of these to Biolab 2s. By the time we get them to Biolab 3s, we should be able to just build the single...
Incoming transmission.
Thingamajigger here and upgrade that to Biolab as well. They want to give us energy credits and minerals for a research agreement. Yeah, sure. Traditions available. Very good. All right, let's get building upkeep reduced by 10%. That just jumped our energy production up by 20 whole points. And we have 16 months for the next tradition. We'll be done prosperity. Oh, what do we want to do with our ascension perks? World Shaper would be pretty nice. I wouldn't mind terraforming some of these worlds. Let's see, what else can we get? We're done our ascension path. We have transcended time and space. Speaking of which, I totally forgot that we can breach the Shroud. Boop, 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 boop.
Construction complete.
Let's take a look. What do we got? Mufrid Power. The vision is hazy and indistinct, but there can be no question. It is Mufrid Power, our capital. The great cities look different yet familiar, even though the obscuring wall of flames and smoke. Thousands, no millions of mutilated bodies litter the streets, all of them Blorg. The stench of decay is unbearable. Your future! Let's see, we can get temporary boosts that either increase armory morale or increase the shield strength of our ships. Or we can try and channel the energies into an avatar. This supposedly has a high probability of success. Hello, Cyphus. Good to see you, thanks for coming. Let's try this. The powerful energies of the Shroud have been successfully channeled into a psionic avatar under our control. After translating into our universe, the newborn avatar has coalesced into a spacefaring entity in orbit over Mufrid Power. Boom! We got a spaceborne avatar, not an army. Haha! That's fantastic. Alright, so let's upgrade these biolabs. Alright, let's go ahead and take the psionic avatar, which is this little bubble of gloopity gloop. What's his power level?
Complete.
Doesn't even say. Interesting. Usually it has a military rating. Alright, we're going to get him to merge with the rest of the fleet. Don't think it has any maintenance. Yeah, like it doesn't even say how much military power it has. Pretty awesome. Look how fast it jumps, too. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, I'm tapping the mic a little bit. It is not intentional. What are you doing? Sorry, there's somebody doing like an 18-point U-turn out in front of my house. Kind of interesting to watch, really. Okay, looks like we can build in this system now. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, Bistramar, there you are. Okay. And build a mining station. Yes, please. We can build here another mining station. And let's get a research station. Beautiful. The skull icon speaks for itself. True, but usually the last couple times that I've gotten a psionic avatar, they've had like an actual fleet power. The strongest one was like 7,000 or something. Just for one ship. That's not too bad. Zro distillation. Actually, this will be nice. If we can get some Zro, this will reduce the cost of... I want to get shield capacitors, though. Maybe I should have just gone with the Zro. I don't know. If we actually get some deposits of Zro, what that does is it cost us 1,200 energy to breach the Shroud just now. If you have deposits of Zro, each thing of Zro actually reduces the cost of breaching the Shroud by, I can't remember if it's a percentage or a flat amount. I think it's a percentage. And it reduces it up to about 3 deposits of Zro or something like that. On the Corvettes, what do you usually pair up with the proton torpedoes? I've been using both plasma and railguns. Well, I would say it simply depends on which... Interesting. It depends on which type of weapon you are you're going to use. If you're going to use kinetics, then yeah, by all means, do like railguns and that sort of thing. But if you're using energy weapons, and this is why I recommend using energy weapons actually, because both neutron torpedoes and plasma will get the same attack speed and damage bonuses when you complete the repeatables, which is geez, now I forget. Flash coolant and not focused arc emitters. I think it's like focusing emitters or some shit. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, every time you complete flash coolant and the focusing emitters to increase damage and focusing arrays, that's what it is. Every time you complete flash coolant and focusing arrays for those 5% attack speed and damage bonuses to energy weapons, then it applies to both your neutron torpedoes and your plasma weapons that you have on your corvettes. So that's why 90% of the time I go with like plasma, tachyon lances, and neutron torpedoes, because they're all energy weapons and they all benefit from those bonuses. However, if you are using mostly kinetics on like everything, like you're using giga cannons on your battleships, you have a lot of kinetic artillery on your destroyers and even cruisers and even your battleships, and even flak artillery actually, when it shoots down strike craft and the occasional missile or torpedo, will benefit from the rate of fire and damage upgrades for your kinetic weapons. So yeah, if you're going kinetics, then you can skip out on the bonuses to your energy weapons because your neutron torpedoes are still really good for shredding shields. You know, but like I said, if everything else is a kinetic weapon focus, then by all means throw on your mass accelerators onto the corvettes. Plasma, not a bad choice since the torpedoes will shred the shields and the plasma will go through the armor. Exactly, that's the other thing too. The neutron torpedoes already have a damage bonus to shields, and the small, what's it called? This small railgun or whatever, mass accelerator, that you have to use as well because you decide to go kinetics, also has a damage bonus to shields. So it's like, you're kind of doing two of the same thing, right? And only medium and large mass drivers actually have an armor ignore value. Climate restoration. We can terraform a tomb world. Alright, what do we got here? Stormfire cannons. That would take a bit, but yeah, let's do it. 19 months, not too bad. Alright, we can start queuing up some of these power plants for upgrades already. Actually, we could build another one right here. Jeez. Screw it. Let's just queue this one up here. Move this guy onto it. I go mostly energy weapons. Yeah, and I think a lot of people do because I like how the energy weapons... well, I mean, you have an energy weapon for everything. You have your disruptors and neutron torpedo. Oops. You are... Wait, what? You're supposed to be around Blorg. I screwed that up, didn't I? Yep. Sorry. You have your anti-armor energy weapons with like lasers are anti-armor and plasma, and your particle lances. You have your quantum destabilizer. You have your anti-shield weapons with disruptors and the energy torpedoes. So whatever kind of weapons you need, you get them from those energy weapons. This is why most all of my playthroughs I go with energy weapons, because if I know I'm coming up against an opponent who focuses a lot more on anti-shield, it's like, okay, well, I'll just change out all the plasma for some disruptors and slap on some neutron torpedoes on a few of my cruisers and corvettes, and that's it. I'll be done with it. Ooh, the infinity equation. We've got... Interesting. Okay. I didn't realize that we had this. Gargantua. Neat. What's going on, homie? What do we got? The Technosphere. Contact report Leviathan. It is awe-inspiring. So we've got the Infinity Machine. We have the Automated Dreadnought. We have the Ether Drake. We have the Abyssal Horror. We've gotten quite a few Leviathans in this playthrough. It's pretty awesome. Speaking of the Abyssal Horror, or Dimensional Horror, excuse me. I prefer kinetics mainly for the range, but I try and mix in some energy and explosive weapons. And that's fine too. It's true that Giga Cannons have the longest range in the entire game, and Kinetic Battery has a really long range. But at the same time, we're just going to do a new design. We'll slap on a battleship. Broadside bow, broadside core, and artillery stern. We're going to do an example here. I can't really do a very good example, can I? No, not really. Kinetic artillery, range is 100. So yeah, decent range. But it also has... It's 8 days before this kinetic artillery will shoot again. Now, if you look at a large plasma thrower, it has a range of 80, but it shoots every 4.35 days, so almost twice as much. It has a slight shield damage penalty of 20%, but it penetrates way more armor at 90%, right? And of course, you have the other types of plasma, which will also just do more damage. So, it's it is what you make of it. The range that you get on kinetics is unparalleled. Even missiles don't match the range. Well, I should say across the board. Whirlwind missiles don't have a very good range. The only thing that has really good range is pretty much just large missiles. And that's about it. They have 110 range. Even medium missiles have like 90 or something. So they still get outranged by things like even a large Gauss cannon. Or sorry, I should say large mass accelerator. They'll get outranged by that. Even a large Ripper autocannon has decent range at 60. But energy weapons do have decent range. I know neutron torpedoes have a range of about 70. Large plasma cannons have a range of 80. Tachyon lances are a range of, what is it, 110 or 100? I think it's 100. Missiles, well, I do believe, if I recall right, missiles outrange Tachyon lances. I'm going to double check that right now. Let's do a spinal mount bow. Tachyon lance, range 100, yeah. So large missiles will still outrange a Tachyon lance, but you know, the tachyon lance has as much range as a kinetic battery, and it does way more damage with a slight damage reduction to shields, and I do mean slight, but massive penetration to armor, more than a kinetic battery by a long shot. So a lot of it comes down to personal preference. I will not lie. I like to think of it as well, I shouldn't say I like to think of it as, but if I recall the targeting mechanics correctly, the reason why I like things like plasma and tachyon lances is because when an enemy ship has had its shields destroyed, or well, you know, de-shielded, anti-armor weapons will target that ship, as opposed to they will keep shooting at whatever target they currently have. If I remember correctly, weapons will target the most... like each weapon on every ship targets the most viable target. So it's actually a thing where anti-shield weapons are less likely to target a ship that no longer has shields, because they have a damage bonus against shields. So they're programmed in the game. They're programmed to prioritize targets with shields on them, and that's a no-no, because when you have your weapons constantly retargeting different ships with shields as opposed to targeting ships that don't have shields and need to be destroyed, well, that ship that doesn't have shields is still dishing out 100% of its damage. You know? You're just taking out ships at a slower rate. And I believe the same holds true for certain kinetic weapons, because most of the kinetic weapons have a damage bonus against shields. I really need to double check my source on that, because it was entirely third party where I heard that from, and I forget where I read that. But I'm gonna have to look that up sometime when I get into a much more detailed discussion and explanation, I should say, of the mechanics of weapons and ship targeting and that kind of jazz. But if my memory is serving me correctly, and if the information I was just told was accurate, that's more or less how it works. And it's actually a disadvantage to run more weapons that are for taking out shields. Cruisers can mount torpedoes. Yes, they're actually really good at it. Let's jump into... Oops, don't auto-generate designs. Oh my god. Gotta delete these now. We'll take a look in just a second. I did not mean to have it auto-generate designs just now. That is idiotic. Construction ship, colony ship, those are auto. We'll leave those. Close that. Transport ship. Can we delete that? No. Can't delete any of these. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to go new design. Let's take a look at the cruiser. So the cruiser can have a torpedo bow, which has a torpedo launcher and 2 small weapon mounts. And then the middle section, you can do a torpedo core, which has 2 torpedo launchers and 2 small weapon mounts. So this makes your cruisers really good. Since the cruisers in your fleet are going to rush into the front of the battle anyways, and not only tank shots, but they're just going to rush ahead and get in close and blast the bad guys with their weapons. This is totally a viable strategy. It's not even like, it's not a bad one by any stretch of the imagination. You could also do like a broadside stern or something, and then throw like flak artillery on it, on your lone medium slot. But the reason why this works is because you slap on neutron torpedoes, which have a range of 70. So your cruisers will be one of the first ships shooting at the enemy fleet. And then they get in really close with their plasma weapons, which have a range of 40, or your lasers, which have a range of 30, and just, you know, better tracking. And this actually makes them a pretty damn good frontline unit. Because you have them blasting their torpedoes, de-shielding enemies, but with all these little small weapon mounts, they're actually really good at targeting and taking out enemy corvettes. And since corvettes have a habit of swarming in, and when there's a battle going on, they swarm in a big group. Your cruisers are actually very capable at taking them down. Oh, excuse me. We're back. Okay. Okay, where are those systems with the 2 good-sized planets? Oh, this is a 10-tile Gaia world. The Vryn Protectors. I'm sorry, I don't know what my problem is. I have not had an issue all day, and then all of a sudden I get home and I guess it's just dry in my house because my nose will not stop. Alright, we are totally colonizing this world. Bistramar Power. This needs to be a mining world. Let's put this here. It's going to be a 23-tile mining world. We can terraform it later if we so choose. Habitability is only 40% right now, which is awful. Alright, so Pleon's Silent Science is fully done. Yes, it like you got to remember, it's not just like what weapons, you know, what types of weapons you're using to specifically counter enemy fleets in terms of, you know, am I going kinetics, am I going anti-shield, am I going anti-armor, but it's also the size of the weapons. If you're facing off against an enemy AI empire, and you've checked out their fleet size, and it's like, oh, they have like 60 corvettes, but only about 18 destroyers and 15 cruisers and battleships. They have a lot of corvettes, so you might want to consider re-equipping your ships to have more medium and small weapons. Because we're going to take a look here. Let's take a look at the large gamma laser as an example. It has an accuracy of 80% and tracking of 5%. It has the longest range, obviously, and the most damage per shot, obviously, but it has the worst accuracy and tracking. The medium gamma laser has 85% accuracy and 30% tracking. The small gamma laser, 90% accuracy and 60% tracking. And how that works is the evasion of you take the evasion of a ship. If I remember the formula, it's you take the evasion of the ship minus the tracking of the weapon that's shooting at it, and whatever that value is, you subtract it from the base accuracy of the weapon. So if we have I'm going to save this design really quick. Let's take a look at this Corvette. This little Corvette design has 72 evasion. Corvettes have 60% evasion naturally anyways. So it's got a pretty crazy amount of evasion. So let's say 72%. So let's take this. This weapon, the large laser, has 5% tracking. So that only reduces it down to 67%. So the actual 2-hit chance is only about 13% against a Corvette with a large gamma laser. Because the 72% evasion minus this 5% tracking drops the evasion down to 67%. And the 80% accuracy minus that 67% value drops the actual 2-hit chance down to about 13%, which is hella shitty. So you get the medium gamma laser, which has 30% tracking. You take the evasion of that Corvette, which is 72%, drop that by 30%, and it now only has 42% evasion. So 85% accuracy minus 42% evasion, you have about 43% accuracy. You have a 43% chance to hit with the medium gamma laser. And then the small gamma laser is even better. You have the 72% evasion minus the 60% track, and that's only 12% evasion. You take that remaining 12% evasion off of the 90% accuracy for this small gamma laser, you've got a 78% chance to hit. So it's not just the type of weapon, you know, it's not just, oh, they're using a lot of shields, I need to go anti-shield and blah, blah, blah. It's also what is comprising their fleet right now. Like I said, if they have a lot of Corvettes, you definitely want to go more small and medium weapons. You don't want to just strap on more big-ass kinetic batteries and more XL gun, more XL bow battleships and whatnot. That will not work very well. It very well might still work, but it just won't work that well. Speaking of which, we really need to redesign our ships. What the hell am I doing here? Let's do a little shields thing here. Shield capacitor, because that's all I have. Anyways, I hope that babbling really helped you learn something. Thanks for that information. It will help by fleets. Always see what your enemies are using and adjust accordingly. Yes, always see what your enemies are using and adjust accordingly. Absolutely. All right, we're okay with that setup. Destroyers need upgrading as well. I forgot we got gamma lasers a bajillion years ago. That's crazy. I think we're going to change this. We're going to do... Nah, we'll leave it as is. I did not know that about tracking. You're welcome. Remember, bigger ships have much lower evasion. Like the Corvette has a base evasion of 60%, and then, you know, plus the combat computer that it has, plus the thrusters it has, that'll just add more and more and more. So it has pretty good evasion. But we're looking at the destroyer here. This destroyer has a base evasion value of 25%, excuse me, plus the thrusters and combat computers is only 35% evasion. So large weapons will still hit the destroyer a lot better, just still not as well. Medium weapons work pretty good against a destroyer. Small weapons will hit a destroyer a lot, etc., etc. It's not until you get against it's not until you're fighting against a lot of enemy cruisers and enemy battleships where the large weapons, you know, large weapons everything really has significant value, because cruisers and destroyers have very crappy evasion values. We'll take a look at that in a second when we're redesigning these. So let's look at this cruiser. Yeah, its total evasion is 19.3%. Its base evasion is 10. So plus thrusters, and that's about it. Sometimes you can get a certain computer like the enigmatic encoder or something like that, I think. But yeah, cruisers don't have very good evasion. 19.3%. Pretty bad. Large weapons will have a pretty easy time nailing cruisers. No problem. Then we get to battleships in just a second. I'm going to change this out to armor because these shields will get more powerful. Then we look at the battleship. 14.2% evasion. Not very good. Its base evasion is 5. It's getting 9 from the thrusters. Okay. Definitely want to change this to a spinal mount bow. Throw on the tachyon lance. We'll do this 2 shield capacitors. We'll make these 2 armor. Change this to a 0-point reactor, because why not? What do we want in the middle? I don't know. Let's just keep it a broadside core. We'll leave it like that. We should be already colonizing this, shouldn't we? Yeah, we are.
Research complete.
I do believe the equation that I gave is correct. I'll double check that and reaffirm myself. I'm pretty sure that I got it correctly though. It should be the evasion of the ship minus the tracking, and whatever value is left over, you subtract that off of the accuracy of the weapon. And that's your actual 2-hit chance. And that's why things like good combat computers are quite good. As well as and by good combat computers I mean, for example, like the one that you can get from the psionic event for breaching the Shroud, which gives a boatload of tracking, because that can make it so that even your large weapons have a decent chance to hit against, you know, enemy corvettes, for example. And then you've also got Oh, here we go. Flak battery. Yes. Then you've also got the Fleet Academy that you can put in your spaceports, which gives any constructed ships, any ships that are constructed there, it gives them a higher chance to hit compared to ships that are built on a spaceport without a Fleet Academy. It just increases the likelihood that your medium and large weapons will hit the smaller, higher evasion ships. A-Spec actually has a couple of really fun videos where he cranks up the reaching for the orb. Fascinating. A-Spec actually has at least one video where he tries to take the evasion of ships and turn it up to 11. He gets it so that like a battleship has a crazy amount of evasion. It's really funny. If you've never watched A-Spec stuff before, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but clearly it's something. Alright, you are going to go over here, research this project in the system, please. I don't know what the problem is, but my nose is just leaking like it said right now. Gross. I know. You guys could have done without hearing that, but that's why I suddenly sound a little stuffed up and why I keep flipping off the mic. Alright, falling behind in these power plant upgrades because I'm getting distracted. We do have a boatload of energy coming in now, though. Our minerals are decent. We're stockpiling a lot. I don't want to use them yet because I'm hoping that we can get some mega structures fairly soon. That's why I haven't picked an ascension perk yet either. Hoping against hope, of course. Do flak battery, get flak artillery. I do believe that's another tier 4 technology. One more done. That's what we need right now. Tier 4 engineering technology, I should say. Acept? I'm gonna guess you meant A-Spec. Yeah, I like a lot of his stuff. I like those crazy ones that he does with Florida Man, where he does like all flak artillery, or he just uses console commands and cranks the fire rate of his fleets up to 11 just for the sake of ridiculousness. It's pretty amusing. And the results are pretty interesting too. It really shows off that, yeah, even when you max out on something to the nth degree as much as you can in this game, it's really not that effective. Or it's like, yeah, this is actually working out pretty well. Pretty funny. Alright, I need to go to, let's see, leader enhancement, natural selection, yep. I hate these things, selected lineages, where they have a longer lifespan, faster experience gain, but they cost more influence to recruit. I hate those. I really, really hate those. It'd be a lot more useful in, for example, that enhanced leaders empire build that I went over quite some time ago, where you pick a whole bunch of traits and civics, and it's like, boom, you already have only 1,000 energy. Okay, interesting. That's fine. Let's go ahead and talk to the curators as well, get them helping us with our research. Aid us in our research. We would like to purchase this at 3,000. Okay. That's fine. We've been stockpiling. No problem. I think one of my favorite videos that A-Spec did was those YouTuber war ones, and I particularly liked in Season 2 where he took control of an awakened empire to slaughter the YouTubers that were trying to work together. And when one of them realizes, hey, he's controlling those guys, you know it's him, right? And then he starts calling him names. You're a bad person, you know that? You're very mean. And A-Spec's just laughing there maniacally. I thought it was funny as hell. It's like, oh, so you are a sadistic son of a bitch. Good to know. Suspicions confirmed. That's okay. That's why we play Stellaris, because we all have our xeno-purging dreams, don't we? Jump drives, yes please. I am going to outfit the crap out of all of our ships to have jump drives because I would very much like the Unbidden to show up this time. It might be too late for that though. And by too late I mean it might just be that we won't have enough weight put on for the Unbidden to show up and the Scourge will just pop up. Has the crisis come yet? I'm not even close, dude. We're only about 130 years in. Oh yeah, that show was cool, but only 2 seasons. Well, the YouTuber War Season 2 was like last summer, and the one before that was approximately a year before that. So yeah, it's been a while. Let's do the Giga Cannon. 52 months for that. It's a fair bit. Can I get a better scientist? Expertise particles? Yeah, that'd be pretty useful. Roamer. Let's get this expertise particles guy. He'll be useful in the physics tree. Ooh, we got another war going on? Ooh. Okay. So the favorable alliance is now at war with the autocracy of Polisi. Interesting. I wonder what their demands are. They must be at peace. What do we got here? Oh, another biolab. This guy migrated off of here. Why would you do that? Whatever. I'd rather it be a biolab that they vacated rather than something else. Okay, we got another colony coming up here.
Colonization in progress.
Razalgathi. Beautiful. I don't think this is too close to these spiritualist dudes. And I don't think one of these is a holy world. Wouldn't that be a disaster? There's still an achievement that I'm pseudo trying to get. It's the one where you colonize 4 holy worlds as a spiritualist empire. If anybody has that, don't tell me, because I will hate you.
Special project complete.
Ooh, what do we got here? The constant calculator. Let's see. What do these do? Technology of the divine modifier added, giving the following effects: plus 5% happiness. Huh. I don't know. That's pretty decent. Plus 5% happiness throughout the entire empire. Or we could try contacting the main processor unit, and there's the odds that it could give us, you know, like the what's it called? The black hole becomes a good source of science. You know what? Let's do this one. I've never done this one before. Boop. And what do we got? Yeah, plus 5% happiness. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was an option. The Infinity Machine.
System survey complete.
Wait, dude, why are you going way down there? Oh, good, you're not. Whew. Still got a lot of systems needing surveying. It's tempting to build another science ship. Maybe I should do that. Alright, I'm going to build another construction ship around Bistramar. Just in case. Just for funsies. Okay, what should we do next? Let's see. Huh.
Construction complete.
Supremacy would be okay, increasing our border range. We also get the fire rate bonus when we complete it. But domination would be okay for when we get those protectorates. Star-Lords would give them a better opinion of us. Let's go with domination.
Incoming transmission.
What do we got now? We are too weak to survive on our own. Will the Blorg coloniality protect us? Yeah, sure. You want our protection? Kind of flattered. I see the Ether Drake is still around. Let's see. Which Leviathan are those of you in chat? I want your opinion here. Ooh, oh, whoa, okay, check this out. So, yeah, 17,000 fleet power with this psionic avatar. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Defensive pact, we can do that. It'll cost a little bit of influence, but very little. 0.25 per month. Alright, we got the Rezlgathi mines up and running. That's beautiful. Alright, let's do the Atoklan monument here. And the temple right about next to it. Is there somewhere we can put the frontier clinic? Yes. Oh, look at that. I like it. And then we can start clearing some tiles. The other thing we can do, and people won't like it, but we're going to do it anyways. This won't take long. Tropical world, 3,600 days. That's pretty quick. But yeah, let me know in chat or you know if you watch this on YouTube, leave a comment. Which Leviathan should we go after first? Dimensional Whore, Ether Drake, or Automated Dreadnought? Thankfully, we still have access to the Automated Dreadnought.
System survey complete.
I don't think we'll get to either of them today because there's a little less than 15 minutes in the stream. Oh my god, they're popping up all over the place. 1.91 per month. Oh my goodness. Alright, Rasselgathi Mines, you also need a spaceport. I can't believe how strong that shrouded avatar is. Speaking of the shroud, can we breach it again? Should be able to, right? Yeah.
System survey complete.
Here we go. Ooh. Let's try to get increased influence because we're going to want to consecrate that world.
Complete.
Ooh, what do we got? The conduit that our telepaths were using to connect to the shroud collapsed in on itself as several energy layers of the psychic realm suddenly shifted without warning. We are being summarily ejected back into normal space. Okay. Did it do anything? I don't think anything happened. Well, that kind of sucks. Dimensional Horror.
System survey complete.
From Cyphus and Jabez the Bold says, do the Dreadnought. Okay. Hey, we could consecrate this world already. Beautiful. 1.65 per month. This is currently being terraformed. That's a 10-year process before it's done terraforming, so it'll be a bit before we see those results, but it'll be so worth it. Meanwhile, these guys, how much to upgrade? 2,000? Let's do it. Need those guys to upgrade to the latest fleet designs. We can rebuild him. Stronger. better, faster, and with more pew pew. $1.91 per month. Huh. Probably has something to do with the climate. Yeah. It's because of the low habitability. That's why it's so much lower. Well, not that it's a huge amount lower, but it is definitely a lower growth speed on this planet. It is because of the climate. Pretty neat. How are we doing on our technologies? 30 months left for the Giga Cannon. Oh boy. You know what we're going to do? Edicts, engineering research grants. Should have done that when we first started that. That just chopped off about 6 months. Alright. Here we go. Let's upgrade these power plants again.
Research complete.
I'm not going to worry about building power plants on tiles where we have a new pop just yet. I want to get these upgraded. What do we got? Capacity boosters. Oh joy. Climate control network. Definitely need that. You know what? I suppose I don't have to worry about clearing these tiles since we're terraforming the place, eh? These tiles will clear once the terraforming is done. Huh. But I can still get the technology for clearing that glacier. Whichever you do, please put that out as a separate vid, please. Really? What for? What if I told you I have the capability of doing that? Right now. Comet sighted through belt. What? The population of Ras Algethi mines are currently witnessing a spectacular sight. A comet has passed through Ras Algethi mines asteroid belt, and the effect is being described as breathtaking. Keep looking at the sky. Comet sighted modifier added for 60 months, giving the following effects, plus 10% happiness. That's pretty cool. We're going to have to do propaganda broadcasts here as soon as possible. What the? Why are we losing so much influence all of a sudden?
Incoming transmission.
No. Juven mandate. We'll just give these to him. Offer trade deal. Information, Star Tribes. You want a research agreement? Hell yeah, you do. How many projects do you have? 13 in this society tree that we don't have. Ooh. There's also 9 in engineering, which isn't too bad. Alright, we'll do that. What did we finish? Climate control network. Beautiful. Will to power. Let's get foreign soil enrichment. Need that habitability increased. Because it's pretty crappy right now in our new colony. Decided to accept your trade proposal.
Complete.
People, let's take a look at our factions. Why are we suddenly producing so much less? Alien Protection League, no purges, enclaves incorporated. Ba-da-ba-ba. Joining a federation will please them. We're not going to do that anytime soon, though. Strategic resource control, non-violence. Huh. That sucks. As a future resource for us...
System survey complete.
I'm going to assume you meant to say as a future resource for us nerds to refer to. Noobs? I don't know. Let's do plasma cannons, and here's something else we're going to do. We're going to assign that expertise particles guy. Increases the progress speed by only a whopping 4%, but whatever. It's faster. I'll take it.
Ships upgraded.
Ships upgraded. Oh, look at that. Second Strike Force. Let's see. How strong are they now? Oh, that only jumped about 1,000 fleet power, maybe. So nothing huge, but we'll take it. I do have plans for a future video talking about taking on Leviathans. So that's not going to happen like today, but it'll be pretty soon. Like I said, there'll be videos that you guys will start seeing popping up as public on my channel next week. And to start things off, like I said, to start things off, they won't necessarily be videos for, you know, experienced players. But that's only in the beginning. Oh yeah, totally forgot that we could just get this guy to build a research station over here. There you go. Alright, now let's take a look at the Razalgethi spaceport. Let's get that solar panel network online for no reason. Could probably do without the solar panel networks now. Yes, noobs, lol, fat, slow fingers. Yeah, that's okay. Don't we all have fat, slow fingers? Shroud Avatar class. 19,000 military power when attached to the fleet. How much naval capacity is it taking up, though? Doesn't say. Huh, whatever. We will have to return later. Mustering psionic strength. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to breach the Shroud again tonight, since I'll be shutting down in just a few minutes. This has been a somewhat interesting episode, though. Not spectacular, you know, not super special or anything, but interesting. How is it that I have 3 frontier outposts? Where? I've got this one here. I have one in Regulus. Ah. Why? What is that doing for me? Not much. Should probably rebuild it in Derbitur and get rid of the one in Regulus, and that would.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play.
System survey complete.
Probably do it next time, though.
System survey complete.
Alright, my phone just buzzed at me that it's now 9 o'clock. And with that, I'm going to end tonight's stream. Pretty quiet. This is unfortunately commonplace in the middle sections of a game in Stellaris. You know, it's a lot of just hanging back,
Research
improving
complete.
your empire internally. Oh, there's the Giga Cannon. Beautiful. Let's get the flak artillery next. And we will disable engineering research grants. There we go. 27 months for that to complete. Not too bad. Hopefully we see that mega engineering pretty soon. How are we doing on your Unity production? Oh, still pretty good. 21 months for the next tradition pick. Not spectacular. Could be better, but it's alright. Patron of the Arts and Curator Insight. 2,000 more days. Less than 1,000 to breach the Shroud again. Okay. Okay, looking pretty good. What can we do? We got targeted gene expressions, so we can further gene tailor. But what do we want to do? If we take out solitary, modify... Hold on, let's do that. Select all. We have no more trait points left. Well, that sucks. So we can't modify a damn thing. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to save the game. Boop, boop, boo, doo, boo. Blorg, save game. There we go. Alright, it's been a pretty fun evening. Pretty quiet, which is fine. I don't mind those kind of breathers. I just, definitely a little too tired for... Oh, there I go, yawning. Excuse me. Definitely a little too tired for things to be super fast-paced this evening. So, I'm not really complaining. Mr. Marpower. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Access to the menu. Alright. Thank you very much to those of you who came by to watch live. Jabez the Bold, Cyphus, Texera22, Snap Crackle Glock, and those of you who were less active in the chat, Mortanus, Megaxa. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully I'll see you again on Friday or next week as well. Those of you watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more Stellaris Console Edition content, subscribe to the channel for more. Click the bell icon to be notified when I put up a new video. I put up at least one per week, excuse me, since I stream this at least once per week. You can also check out the links in the description below. My Twitch channel, which I stream this off of. You can come by and watch me live. The stream times are also in the description. Every Tuesday and Friday, starting around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll also find my Twitter handle, which is a good way to keep in touch with me. And I'll also post important announcements, such as if I have to cancel or postpone a stream. And lastly, the Discord channel that I made for myself, where viewers like you are more than welcome to jump in and talk with other members. We have almost 80 members now, I think. Had quite a few jump in the last week, and I'm pretty sure most all of them are from watching my Stellaris Console Edition content. So you can talk with plenty of other players, ask questions, bounce ideas off of each other, and most importantly, set up multiplayer games, because we do have players from both Xbox and PS4 in there. This is Mobius Y signing off. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll be back Friday, hopefully with another full session for continuing the 4-way multiplayer mashup stream. We'll see you then. In the meantime, y'all take care.